boss will be happy about this one. Shut it. What did you say?
Untie him. You know who I am, Mr. Bates?
You're Frankie, the wise guy.
You're wrong, Mr. Bates. I'm the man who you owe a large sum of money. And you know what happens to men that can't pay their dues? Well, let's just say Mr. Macumber here has a little chat with them.
Yeah.
Now, I am a man of reason, so I'm going to give you one chance, Mr. Bates. Tell me how you are going to get me my money.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Frankie. I'll get right.
I wasn't finished, Mr. Bates. However, I never conduct business on an empty stomach. Hey, Polly! Bring me some of Marie's lasagna.
Right on it, boss. Your dinner, sir?
My wife loves to cook. It's like her passion. What are you doing? Try some of my wife's cooking.
No, I'm good.
Mr. Bates, I wasn't asking. Try some, I insist.
That's terrible. Oh, wait. I mean, it's really good.
What did you just say? So you don't like my wife's cooking, eh? Finally, someone who agrees. It's over-seasoned and undercooked. And every time the family comes over, she insists on cooking. Every Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's. It always tastes like the same bland mush. I'm glad that you can be honest with me. All of my nodding yes men here, they're too afraid of me to say anything. Hey, Polly, what do you think of Marie's cooking?
Yes, sir. Marvelous. Amazing.
See what I mean? You're honest. I like that. All these AFR brains are trying to cozy up to me any way they can. You know what? I'll cut you a deal. I know you ain't gonna get the money. You know you ain't gonna get the money. Heck, even Polly here knows you ain't gonna get the money.
No. I'm gonna get the money. I'm gonna get the money, Mr. Frankie.
You're not fooling anyone, Mr. Bates. But I do have a proposition for you. You come work with me and pay off your debt. Or Mr. Macumber here can drop you off at the lake.
How did you do that? You got yourself a deal, Mr. Frankie.
Don't make me regret this, Mr. Bates. Welcome to the Associates.
will be happy about this one.
You're Frankie, the wise guy.
You come work with me and pay off your debt. Or Mr. Macomber here can drop you off at the lake. Don't make me regret this, Mr. Bates. Welcome to the Associates. Hey, Polly, Jimmy, I need you guys to run some errands for me. Take Mr. Bates along. Show him the ropes, will you?
You got it, boss.
Don't forget to give our old pal, the sheriff, a visit.
We won't. All right, first lesson. We're here to pick up some protection money.
What are we protecting them from?
Well, you know, fires, kidnappings, the like. We're like an insurance company, but a bit less evil. Jimmy, you can help me on this one.
Hey guys, what can I do for you?
Frankie wants his money.
I thought I paid Skinny E already. He came by last month.
That was last month. This is this month. Now
Okay.
you're gonna have to give me this cash for Frankie. Or Jimmy here's gonna start breaking stuff.
I got Frankie's money. I got Frankie's money.
See? It was easy, wasn't it?
It's like taking candy from a baby.
Or taking money from a large Polynesian man. Let's go take a visit to our old friend the sheriff, eh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey there, sheriff.
Yup.
Yeah, well that's great. Got your bribe money?
Yep.
All right then. Well, Frankie sends his regards. See you some other time.
Yep. Dang it, I got a scone in my stash.
Hey Jimmy, could you get the stuff?
Yeah, sure, dude.
Oh, hey. Thanks for letting me ride shotgun. Actually, I don't think I ever got your name. Actually, either of yours.
Yeah. We kinda did just kidnap you and then force you to work for us. Sorry about that.
Yeah, and I'm totally happy working for you guys. No coercion here.
We probably heard from Frankie. I'm Polly. That's Jimmy. Fellas, they like to call me Polly the Brain. That's because I do all the thinking. He does the doing. They call him Jimmy the Road.
Why is that?
They walk all over him and he doesn't do anything about it.
Oh, thanks for letting me ride shotgun.
Yeah, no problem.
Really? I thought since I was the new guy, I would have to sit in the back.
Yeah, right? You should be in the back. What are you gonna do about it?
Forget about it?
What? No! Let Jimmy be Jimmy.
Alright. Hey, is it cool if I ask some more questions?
This is the wrong business to be asking questions. But, considering the fact that you're new, I'll answer a few. What would you like to know?
So who's that Mr. Macomber guy? And what exactly does he do for Frankie? He's like Frankie's shadow.
Let me give you some sound advice. The less you know about Mr. Macomber and his dealings with Frankie, the better your life's gonna be, Mr. Bates. Macumber is his concierge. He is his counselor. He is the man behind the scenes, and you do not want to do anything to get on his radar, capiche?
Yeah. Hey, is it okay if I ask one more question?
It's better than the last one.
Well, you know, I've only seen you two, Mr. Macumber and Mr. Frankie. And if I do say so myself, that's not much of a mob.
Wait till you get to Big Tony's.
Big Tony's?
Big Tony's is a restaurant with a few of our members passing through. The fellows head down there quite a bit. I mean, there's Vinny, there's Alfonso, there's Petey, Giovanni.
And don't forget about Skinny E.
Can't forget a legend like that. You also got Tico the Bull, Victor the Goon, Mean Tommy, Shady Dave, and Joey, the accountant.
Wow, I guess there are a lot of them. I wondered if we'll have enough extras, if I'll ever get to meet them. Hey, so one more question. What errand are we doing next? An extortion? A drive-by? A burglary?
None of that. No, this isn't an action movie. We're picking up Frankie's dry cleaning.
Orion, we have a case.
Really? I just beat level 564 of Candy Crush.
Is it alright if I ask some more questions?
It's the wrong kind of business to be asking questions. But since you're new, I'll answer a couple. What would you like to know?
Orion, we have a case.
Really? I just beat level 564 of Candy Crush.
Oh, so this is Big Tony's.
Yep. Best restaurant on this side of the list.
Hey, Paulie, Jimmy, your usual table?
Yes, please. We need an extra chair for this guy.
And who is this guy?
It's just some chump. He owes Frankie money. He's working it off with us.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. What's your name?
This is Big Tony's. That's Big Tony, the Italian stallion, the man, the myth, the legend, and the owner of this fine establishment.
Ah. All right. I'll get your usual table and an extra chair.
Isn't this rich? Mr. Macumber, would you please escort this chump out of my seat?
Someone wants to meet me in a meat locker? Well, alright.
I don't really think there is anyone in the meat locker. I think Mr. Macumber is just gonna whack him.
Whack?
Yeah, you know, whack, done, gone, blame-o, kapow. Yeah, he's that right now.
Oh no.
That's what you get if you're dumb enough to sit in Frankie's spot.
I guess so. By the way, who's the girl with Frankie?
That's Marie over there with the lasagna.
Don't cross her. Her temper is as bad as her cooking.
This is a lot, Queen.
Excuse me, FBI. I'd like to ask you fine gentlemen a few questions.
Hey, get out of my restaurant! Inspector says no rats. Well, maybe a few, but...
Tony, let me handle this. Inspector, what was it again?
Agent Green, I'm from the FBI.
Oh, Agent Green, I'm sorry, but according to the US Constitution, I don't have to answer a single one of your questions unless you have a warrant. And by the looks of it, you don't have one.
Well, that may be true. I still need to ask you some questions.
I'm sorry, but if you don't have a warrant, none of my friends are going to answer any of your questions. And I'm going to have to politely ask you to leave. Mr. Mack over here can show you the door.
I won't need his assistance, but this isn't over.
Would somebody like to tell me?
Why the fence? Just walk through the door!
Well, isn't this rich? Mr. Macomber, will you please escort this man out of my establishment besides to sit in my seat?
Someone wants to meet me in the meat locker? Alright.
None of my friends are going to answer any of your questions. And I'm going to have to politely ask you to leave. Mr. Mack over here can show you the door.
I won't need his assistance, but this isn't over.
Would somebody like to tell me?
Why the fence? Just walk through the door!
Hey, do you know why the feds are here?
I don't know. Usually we're really good at what we do. Frankie hired Joe the accountant just to keep the books clean. That's how they get you, you know, tax evasion.
Not the kidnappings and the gruesome murders?
No, taxes. That's how they got Capone.
Okay then, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, and you call me the idiot.
Hey, you too. Frankie is livid. All right? We have to go clean up, if you know what I mean.
Wow, that's heavy.
Yeah.
That's like 160 pounds. What's in here?
Processed chump. Let's go to the lake. Toss it in. Frankie's got some more garbage for us to dispose of. Now I gotta run some errands of my own.
What? Paulie, are you kidding me? You know how Frankie gets when you're doing stuff on the side.
Hey, what Frankie doesn't know can't hurt him.
Whatever, I'm getting in the car.
Let's go. Come with me, new guy. I'll show you the profitable arrangement I've got set up.
Profitable arrangement.
Let's go.
Hey, Polly, you're late. You know Red Sergey doesn't...
Cram it! Ho Chi Minh, you got the stuff?
Red Sergey has the shipment. Do you have the money? Looks like it's all here, boss. Very well. Take the shipment.
Let's go.
Polly, what's in these things anyways?
You sure do like asking dumb questions, huh? Look at the label. It's Red Bull.
Red Bull.
Yeah. People go crazy for the stuff. There's good money in it. You ever heard of that one Snoop Dogg quote that goes like...
Paulie, you said you had a side gig. Not that you were dealing though. But what if Frankie finds out?
Just listen, I'm careful. It's gonna be fine, alright? Just calm down.
You might, but your dealers will start using you against Sloppy. I mean, they'll attract suspicion.
You listen here, Jimmy. If you know what's good for you, you're gonna shut your trap, alright?
Well, Mr. Polly. Seems you've been hiding something. You've got some explaining to do.
Come with me, new guy. I'll show you the profitable arrangement I've got set up.
Looks like it's all here, boss. Very well. Take the shipment.
You listen here, Jimmy. If you know what's good for you, you're gonna shut your trap, alright?
Well, 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 Mr. Polly. Seems you've been hiding something. You've got some explaining to do.
Where did you come from?
When the feds came knocking, Frankie sent me to check on all of his guys. He knows that his operations are untouchable, which means that someone must have had a side business. And it looks like that someone is you, with your dealings.
Cut the lecture, lapdog. Alright? So what, ideal? I give the people what they want. And what makes your extortion rackets and shakedowns any better, huh?
Because what you're doing here is attracting unwanted attention. One of your dealers must have gotten caught with more product than any small-town lowlife has any business having. Now that said, any last words, Polly?
You forgot one thing, Mr. McCumber. I work with the Russians.
Wait, what?
You'll talk too much.
Much obliged, Sergey. My men got it from here.
If this ever happens again, we're through.
Is he alive?
Maybe he's just unconscious. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Help me with him. Come on.
It doesn't matter. Frankie will find out either way, and then we're both dead.
Jimmy, stop. Okay, it's fine. We'll dump the body. There'll only be 3 witnesses.
You can't clean this one up, Polly. The best that we could do is hope Frankie is feeling merciful. After all, this is your mess.
Fine. You know what happens to snitches.
Hey, Polly.
Oh, jeez, new guy. Kind of forgot you were here, my bad.
Yeah, I kind of am a passive observer, seeing the events that transpire around me, occasionally asking you questions. Anyways, hey, wasn't there Red Bull in the back of that trunk?
So what? I lost some product too. Happens.
So Jimmy's going to Frankie with a car full of product, with Mr. Macumber MIA? It is going to look bad for Jimmy, regardless if he comes clean. Frankie might just whack him on the spot.
Did the new guy really just say something that wasn't a question? Whatever, okay? Jimmy's dead to me. It doesn't matter anyways. The second Frankie gets his hands on him, he's getting whacked.
Come on, what was Jimmy supposed to do? You dragged him into this mess. Don't you owe it to him to get him out of it?
I don't owe him a thing. Alright, he chose Frankie. I would have given him a cut.
He might have ran away, but you don't have to. You could fix this.
And how am I gonna do that, huh?
I don't know. I'm just a moral center guy. I don't actually have a way to fix it. I just persuade you to make it right. I'm just like a guilty conscience, but annoying.
You been sampling the product, new guy, huh? You're acting pretty strange. Don't worry about that, alright? I think I know I can fix this. Jimmy might not get hurt. Forgot one thing, Mr. McCumber. I work with the Russians.
Wait, what?
You'll talk too much.
You're acting pretty strange. Don't worry about that, alright? I think I know I can fix this. Jimmy might not get hurt.
I'm not an expert or anything, but it seems like walking into Frankie's hands is a really bad idea.
Don't worry about it, new guy. It's all part of the plan. Besides, he called a meeting with all the capos. If we weren't there, it'd look bad.
Hey look, Jimmy hasn't been whacked.
New guy, we're trying to not attract suspicion. Alright,
As some of you may know, Mr. Macumber has been taken out. He wasn't our warmest man, but he was one of our best. Be assured that the man or men who did this will be brought to justice. Well, life goes on. Now for the other matter I called you here for. A man becomes preeminent. He's expected to have enthusiasms. What are mine? What draws my admiration? What gives me joy? Baseball! A man stands alone at a plate. This is the time for what? For individual achievement. He stands there alone. But in the field, what is he? Part of a team. Teamwork. Looks, throws, catches, hustles. Part of one big team. That's the livelong day. Babe Ruth, Ty Cobb, and so on. But if his team doesn't feel, what is he? You follow me, no one. Sunny day. The stands are full of fans. He goes out there and says, I'm going out for myself. But if the team doesn't win, no one does. Got him, eight-legged freak. What was everybody's problem? It was a spider. Anyways, what I'm saying is I've learned of some side dealings from Jimmy. So apparently, Mr. Macumber walked in on some of these dealings. And they saw it fit to whack him on the spot. Now, unfortunately, Jimmy admits that he was the only one there, the only one needing to be punished, and I think we all know that that's not true. After all, who's ever seen Jimmy without his partner Polly? Polly the Brain, who's always scheming. And maybe they dragged Mr. Bates into it too, the new guy?
You know, Frankie, let's suppose that's true, huh? In this glorious little hypothetical we got going on, me, Jimmy, heck, even the new guy, are side dealing, okay? And we whacked Mr. Macumber on the spot. Now, the only reason for a man like me to do such a thing is because he's tired of taking out the trash for his superiors. Now, a man can only handle taking out the trash for so long. And you know what the best part about that is? He happens to know where the trash is buried. And there are a lot of people who would like to know where the trash is buried, Frankie.
Freeze, Frankie Stefanoli. You're under arrest. Get down. You have the right to remain silent.
Bye-bye.
You have the right to an attorney.
This isn't over. I think it is. You know, Frankie liked baseball. Well, I like racing. And in racing, you either keep up or you get left behind. Now, Frankie had us all left behind. Extortion, racketeering, you know, that's all good jazz. But dealing is where the money's at. Now, what'll it be, fellas? You want to get left behind, or you want to keep up? New guy. You know, your debt was to Frankie. You don't owe any of us or the other associates. You could walk.
Nah, I like the life. I think I'm gonna stay with the associates.
You know, why is it that someone like you owes money to Frankie?
That's a long story.